If you're planning a trip to Lake Powell in 2025, here's what you need to know about the current conditions and water levels. If you've seen my other videos, you already know that this isn't going to be a big water year for Powell. Water levels won't be rising much, so it's important to plan ahead. In this update, I'll cover which launch ramps are open, what areas are accessible, and to give you a visual tour from Wahweap to Rainbow Bridge. Let's start out with the launch ramps. Your best option this summer is the auxiliary state line launch ramp. It's the most convenient in terms of walking distance between your boat and your vehicle, and there's plenty of parking. Definitely the go-to spot for launching in 2025. So, to the main state line ramp. The main state line ramp is still there, but only usable for smaller paddlecraft. Wahweap's ramp is barely a few feet deep right now, so unfortunately, it's not going to be the ideal spot to use this summer, even for the larger houseboat launching. If you're staying at the Lake Powell Resort and Marina, they're open for business as usual. The boat rentals are still available as well. Over at Antelope Launch Ramp, the waterline is still way down. It's only accessible to kayakers at this point. Now let's head over to one of the most popular spots on Lake Powell, Lone Rock Beach. You can still boat around the area, but it's getting shallow on the back side of Lone Rock. If you can get to it by boat, there's actually a beautiful little beach on Lone Rock itself that's worth checking out. For those of you driving in with your vehicles, the entrance booths are open. You'll need either a park pass or a day pass to get in. RVs and campers will need to park higher up on the beach since the waterline is way down. If you've got a four-wheel drive vehicle, you might be able to make it closer to the waterline. But be warned, the sand gets soft, and getting stuck is a real risk. Still, there will be water in Lone Rock Bay this year. The Castle Rock Cut? Still high and dry. If you're planning to head up lake towards Warm Creek, you'll need to stick to the main channel. The Castle Rock Cut won't be open for boat traffic this year. Also, keep your eyes peeled while heading through the Wahweap Narrows. There are still some hidden hazards, and it's a wakeless zone for about a mile. After that, the main channel narrows can get choppy until you're further up lake. On the topic of fuel, the last spots to fuel up in lower Lake Powell is Wahweap and Antelope Marina. As of now, gas prices are running around $6.53 a gallon and up. So yeah, definitely fill up in Page, Arizona before you hit the water. And I'd highly recommend that you bring along a couple of extra 5-gallon cans, especially if you're planning a longer trip to places like Rainbow Bridge. If you're heading up lake from the lower reaches of Lake Powell, you've got a lot of options. Beaches and houseboat parking are looking decent. Gunsight Bay is a little tight with the low water levels, but it's still nice and tucked away. It's a great spot for a day trip, and you'll pass right through some of the iconic Glen Canyon scenery on the way. Padre Bay, the biggest bay on Lake Powell, still has a solid amount of water, and it's perfect for tubing or wakeboarding with the kids. Last Chance Bay is also holding up well, still plenty of water in there too. Continuing further up lake, the main channel starts to turn rocky, but there are still some quiet little spots to pull over and camp. Dangling Rope Marina is still closed down, and there's not much going on there. The National Park Service has posted no trespassing signs to keep folks out of the old employee housing, so it's best to stay away from there. And finally, Rainbow Bridge. Forbidden Canyon is still wide enough for multiple boats, but once you enter Bridge Creek, it becomes a wakeless zone. The Park Service and water levels have kept the courtesy dock open, and there's still restrooms and information there. Just a heads up, you'll need to hike about 1.5 miles from the dock to reach Rainbow Bridge. It's worth it, of course, but bring plenty of water and snacks, especially if you're hiking in the summer heat. That's it for this update. I hope you all have a great time out on the lake, and please stay safe. Things can happen quickly on the water, so stay hydrated, wear your life jackets, and keep an eye out for each other. If you found this update helpful, go ahead and drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more Lake Powell updates and other videos. Got questions? Hit me up in the comments, and go check out these other videos. Peace out, folks.